exactly what you want to see. Let's run this puppy in. Score a touchdown and tie this game. Life, run for your life, touchdown on one play. Worked on this in practice. Touchdown. It's up to Kelvin Benjamin. This is all you, buddy. Kelvin Benjamin for a touchdown. Oh, he toasted his man. Holmes toasted his man. Spin move. Oh! Oh! What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on the World of Juice channel, and welcome back to another episode of the Chicago Cougars here on Madden 22. That's right, episode number 51 is upon us. I can't believe we're already over 50 episodes into this series. 3 seasons now. This is the 3rd year of Cougars football here on the channel. 4th year of the actual save because we had to do the full first season with the Texans. But 3 years now of Cougars football, and we're 6-0 on the year. You guys remember how much of a struggle it was last season. But now, being a 91 offense, 87 defense, 89 overall, 6-0 on the season, going up against the 4-2 Cleveland Browns in this game. But remember what Juju Smith-Schuster once iconically said about the Browns. He said, the Browns is the Browns. So we got to live by those words today. Those are our Bible, our gospel, everything. We got to live by the Browns is the Browns today. Taking a look at the roster, last episode we were unable to get Jamar Chase his superstar development upgrade. We were 1 touchdown short and a few yards short, and that is my bad. I probably could have gotten it to him, but to be fair, the Dolphins were clamping up at the end of that game. They were absolutely clamping up, and if we would have gone to overtime, we probably would have gotten him the upgrade, but I wanted to win the game. I didn't want to take any risks. So for now, for the time being, Jamar Chase will stay at star development. I don't know why he's even down to superstar. I'm pretty sure he was superstar at the beginning of this season, or maybe I don't remember. He should be superstar, but whatever. He's star. Our offensive line's looking really, really good. Cesar Ruiz is growing. Everybody's got plus in their morale. Mekhi Becton's looking good. Vera Tucker's looking good. Our rookie center is looking good. I can't wait to see what hidden development he has. We're almost there. Maybe a couple more episodes before we find out what he has. Tight end position is looking a little rough. I have gotten some calls to trade Brevin Jordan. I'm not sure if we want to do that just yet. Maybe we trade Brevin Jordan. I'm not 100% sure just yet what I want to do with that, but we do need to work on tight end defense. Chase Young and Trent Favors obviously dominant. Zaire Reed's still here. J.J. Watt and Devon Hamilton have been doing good in the middle. Jeff Sewell had played out of his mind recently. And Pat Surtain, obviously one of the best corners in the game. Trayvon Diggs, corner number 4, I think. Or is that corner? No, that might be corner number 3. Then we got Justin Reed up here at strong safety, or free safety, excuse me. Micah Parsons and Kalen Cousins are holding it down on the edges with Telfer and Royals in the middle. Then we got Marcus May at strong safety. So we still need to fill in some positions. I'd want another middle linebacker. I'd want a new, younger, strong safety, maybe another corner, obviously some different defensive tackles, especially since J.J. Watt might be leaving us after this season. Plus, he's super old. So there are some things that we need to work on in this team. This team is by no means fully complete. I know we've won back-to-back Super Bowls, but this team is by no means complete. So we've got some work to do. We've got weekly strategies to do as well. Baker Mayfield still the Cleveland Browns quarterback. Obviously, in this universe, this is well before the Browns signed Deshaun Watson in real life. So we are going to go with the defend the short pass because it seems like that's their go-to move is do a short pass. So we'll do that. We'll do that. We will have to try and avoid Myles Garrett, which is going to be very, very hard. And Denzel Ward, who's only star. He's gone down to star. I think he was superstar X Factor, wasn't he, at one point? Maybe not. I don't know, but we're going to do the throw it short method. That's our best method to do. And Mark Burton is developing pretty well. I'm glad to see that. Tevin Lambert also developing. Hopefully he does pretty well and becomes a nice, strong safety for us. Zaire Reed, trying to get him up to a 70 overall. I don't think there's any other free agents that we could pick up, like Zaire Reed, who have a development trait. I can't believe I found him, to be fair. Ooh, Davis Mills gets an upgrade point. Our third string quarterback. We're going to give him field general. He's up to a 76 overall. You gotta love good Davis Mills. Led us to a Super Bowl in year number 1. Then we've got Pat Surtain, who gets man-to-man upgrade. Best corner in the league right there, Pat Surtain. And he's just so young, too. We've also got players ready to negotiate. Is there anybody new that I don't remember? Oh, we have to renegotiate with Vera Tucker. I forgot about that. We do have to negotiate with Rodrigo Blankenship, but other than that, I don't think there's anything else. He likes the bonus, just not the salary, so I'll move the bonus up just a little bit, just to entice him even a little bit more. And then we'll move the salary up to 5. So how's 24 million? Everything aside from the salary is great. Come on, Vera Tucker. Stop being stubborn. Stop being stubborn. You're only an 82 overall. You're not, like, super good. Blankenship, I do want to bring back. I mean, look at that physique. 13 million for a kicker is an expensive contract, but it's worth it to have Blankenship. I was going to say, I do want to bring back Davis Mills, but that contract is looking a little bit crazy. Do want to bring back Odafe Owe, or Adafe Owe, however you pronounce his name. Sean Wade, I want to bring back. Other than that, I'm not sure who else. I mean, Brevin Jordan, maybe if we trade him. I don't know, but there's certainly still some contracts to be done, especially since Vera Tucker wants to be stubborn and not do his thing, not come back and re-sign already. He wants to make it difficult. We do have the old scouting, which I haven't really been doing, if we're being honest. I haven't really been scouting anything. What do we need? We need defense probably more than anything. So is there any, like, elite corners out here? What about corner? Nathan Thomas and Anton Gamble. He's a mid-first rounder. He's a late first rounder. So corner might not be the move this year. This might not be a corner draft. Late first rounder. Early first, hello. Rayshawn Swift. Second round talent. But he's an early first rounder. Okay. Put him on the board. Keep an eye on him. Mitch Hankins. Not impressing that much. What about safety? We need strong safety more than anything. Alex Ali could be interesting. 6 foot 215, looks pretty good. Victor Hatchett doesn't look that great. Free safety. Nick Fort. Nah, free safety doesn't look that great. Middle linebacker, is there a stud middle linebacker? Benji Mays, maybe? Ooh, Benji Mays in the second round. We have 2 first-round picks this season, so that's good. Casey White, late first rounder, but he doesn't look too bad. Casey White looks pretty decent. I'll put him on the board just in case something crazy happens. What about James Bonds or Zion Gore? Ooh, Zion Gore, late first rounder. LaMichael Justice. Oh, we can't afford any more scouting. But if you're wondering why I have the scouting update the way I do, it's because I started this series before the scouting update came out, so we got to keep the old scouting, which I prefer, to be honest. I prefer the old scouting. But I think all that being said, it's time to go and play the game against the Browns. 6-0 versus 4-2. We're on the road in Cleveland. I hope you guys are excited. If you are, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Let's go play the Browns. Because remember, the Browns is the Browns.
It's week 7 of the NFL, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Browns, next on Madden NFL 22.
We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with their opponents. I'm Brandon Gaudin to my right, Charles Davis. Happy to be with you. And CD, we've got a couple of very potent offenses about to take the field below us in this one.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It is time. Chicago Cougars football is underway here in Cleveland, First Energy Stadium. And Trey Lance will take the ball for the first time this game. 16 touchdowns, 10 picks, 1,850 yards through the air. And if you guys remember, last season, the very first game of season number 2 here in Chicago, we played the Cleveland Browns and we won. It was the first game we played on Hall of Fame difficulty, and we won that game. It was a dramatic game. I think we won at the very last possible throws, but we did win as Raheem Mostert gets a carry. I did adjust some formation subs, so you hopefully should be seeing Raheem Mostert a little bit more often here in the game plan. I don't want to forget about Raheem. He's been such a good piece for us. Plus, he was so good last season, and that's going to be a 3rd and 6 situation already. We know how good the Browns can be. We certainly do that, but you know what we do? We don't punt the football on this channel. You guys know that? You know that we don't punt the football on this channel, so we've got to try and get this. It's 3rd and 6. I'm going to just heave it. Luckily, Terry McLaurin's down there. That's the meme right there. F it. Terry McLaurin's down there somewhere. That is the meme. And McLaurin catches it. Trey Lance just stepped back off his back foot and just threw it. He didn't just throw it, he threw it. As Jonathan Taylor gets brought down hard on that one, but he gets a big-time gain. Maybe we'll be able to run a little bit more easy on the Browns. These past couple of games, we haven't been able to run very easy, but Jonathan Taylor, touchdown, Cougars! Jonathan Taylor! Could it be? Could it be an easy run day for JT touchdown? Look at the gap and then the speed to get away. John Johnson III brought him down, but not before that ball crossed the goal line. And Jonathan Taylor puts the Cougars up by 7 in the first quarter. That's what you love to see, ladies and gentlemen. You absolutely love to see it. He's almost got 500 rushing yards in the season. We're about 7-8 games into the year. He's not on pace for 2,000, but that's okay. It's really hard to get 2,000 yards. And here comes Baker Mayfield. 8 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 1,400 yards passing. Decent season so far for Baker. Pretty efficient, it seems like, in terms of touchdowns to interception ratio. They have Nick Chubb. I know we didn't mention that in the beginning little intro thing. We mentioned Myles Garrett and all that stuff, but they got Nick Chubb, and he's breaking tackles like crazy. We had him behind the line of scrimmage, and he shoved it off and broke the tackle. It's going to be tough to stop him. They have him as an X factor. They have Odell Beckham Jr. out there on the wide side. I think that's Odell Beckham Jr. Pretty sure it is. And then they got Baker as a superstar. That's going to be Trent Favors. Oh, did we not pick that off? First, I missed the sack with Trent Favors. Then we missed the interception. I thought for sure at least that it'd be a knockdown. Maybe an interception. But they get a huge first down on that. I thought we had a sack with Favors. The play action worked. Oh, Patrick Surtain. You got to pick that off and not just knock it down. I don't think this Cleveland Browns offensive line is ready to handle the pass rush that we possess. That's going to be J.J. Watt in his face. Stephon Diggs. Thank God he overthrew him. That's a touchdown if Odell catches it. Diggs got beat. Not Trayvon Diggs. He got beat. It's 3rd and 10. Can we get some pressure on him? Yes, we can. That's a sack. Who got it? Who gets credit for it? It's Chase Young with a half. Who gets the other half? Is it Favors? Is it Kalen Cousins? I don't know who gets half of it, but we finally get pressure on Baker Mayfield, and we force not a 3-and-out, but we force a turnover for the Cleveland Browns. Diggs is back to return, cuts it back the other way, and he just doesn't have that acceleration to get away like Tajay Chamberlain does, although Chamberlain struggles to get away too. It's just hard to return punts and kicks in this game now. I don't know why they made it so hard. But the Cougars get the ball back with a great momentum advantage here. Oh, little underhand. Oh, my God, he picked it off. He picked it off. Avonte Maddox. Okay, we need to go back and watch a replay of this. We need to go back and watch a replay of this because this was absolutely insane. So I'm running out here. I send Taylor up on the user playmaker. And then as I'm going out of bounds, Trey Lance lobs a little underhand just toss up. But Avonte Maddox sees it, snatches it out of the air, and he gets the interception for that. Unbelievable. I can't believe that. I need to go back and see this one more time. I need to go, sorry. I know that we shouldn't be pausing a lot, but I need to go back and see this one more time. I don't know why Trey Lance went for the underhand, but I guess he thought it might work. Taylor wasn't ready for it, it seems. Jonathan Taylor was not ready for the underhand. I had a lot of space up. I guess you could count this as my fault. I had Myles Garrett in my face, too. I guess you could count this as my fault because I waited too long and I forced myself to a corner. I guess you could count that as my fault, but you know that I don't count it as my fault. This is the game's fault. Baker Mayfield with the ball again after the turnover from the Cougars. He's going to get a nice throw off. Schwartz with the catch, and it's second down and 5. I can't believe Avonte. I'm still upset that that Avonte Maddox caught that. We need to go back to the run game. That's what worked. And Chase Young gets his full sack on him there. Get your full sack, Chase Young. Go get it. Looks like Chase Young's going to be a problem for the Cleveland Browns. He's got a sack and a half today. 3rd down and 12. Chase Young was back there again. That's going to be overthrown once again. And we are holding this Cleveland offense to just a field goal attempt. I wouldn't be surprised if they made this because it's a very favorable position, but he shanked it left. He shanked it left. The Cougars survive. Oh, it's Kaimi Fairbairn. Didn't we have Kaimi Fairbairn? No, we didn't have Kaimi. Did we? I can't remember who we had as our kicker for a couple seasons. I don't know, but he shanked it left, and the Cougars survive with giving the Browns no points. They have 2 X factors on their defense. It is Myles Garrett, I'm pretty sure, yeah, and it's Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. So 2 huge X factors. Now you're wide open. Oh my God, he almost picked that off. Acrobat would have went crazy there. Acrobat almost went crazy on that attempt. That would have been wild. Let's give this to Jonathan Taylor. Cut back inside, and he stopped for a gain of 1. Maybe it won't be so easy to get to get a big rushing day for Jonathan Taylor. It looks like they're adjusting quite well. I'm going to change Jamar Chase to give him an in route. I don't like those out routes. Those out routes are very easy to get interceptions. I'm going to roll out. He's a little bit quicker. Oh, Jamar caught it. Jamar caught it. I thought that we sold that, but Jamar Chase was able to corral it. I'll take it. It's 3rd down and 2. We got 2 down territory, and Jonathan Taylor can't roll forward. It is 4th and inches. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to give it to Jonathan Taylor and let him have it. There it is. That's a big one. As the quarter will come to an end, that's a lot of trust that I put in my running back right there. Jonathan Taylor touchdown, man. I got a lot of trust in him. All right, let's go with this. Let's send Brevin Jordan on a streak route. That could have a possibility of getting open. If they don't cover, I got to step up in the pocket and throw this away. I got to step up in the pocket and throw that away. I'm not throwing any stupid passes. I'm not doing anything like that. I'm not risking anything. I already thrown an interception in this game on an underhand throw. Oh, baby. Brevin Jordan He's wide open. He's got space. Brevin diving for the touchdown, and he's got it. Brevin Jordan. He heard the rumors. He heard the rumors that we were thinking about trading him. And he said, not today. You're not trading me. I'm going to prove to you why I'm a valuable asset to this organization. And Brevin Jordan takes it to the house. And we got a 13-point lead on the Cleveland Browns. Hopefully a 14-point lead after Rodrigo Blankenship puts this one through. He does. It is a 2-possession lead for the Chicago Cougars over the Cleveland Browns. And if our defense can keep doing what it's been doing against this Browns offense, we should be smooth sailing from here on out. It doesn't seem like Baker can hit the deep throw, which I'm super thankful for, because 2 different occasions he should have had a huge touchdown, but he's overthrown him, or the receiver just hasn't been able to get to it in time. I don't know what it is, but he's missed some big throws. They're going to give it to Nick Chubb, but Chase Young is there to stop him. No gain on the play. Chase Young has come to play today. I know he doesn't usually make a huge impact in games, but today he said, I'm changing all that, as I missed a huge hit stick. I kind of thought he was going to go down closer to the line of scrimmage than what he did. I misjudged that one. That's a huge first down for him. That gets him some momentum back. Here we go. Next possession. Next throw is Odell Beckham Jr. I think Surtain got caught. He thought he was going to do a longer route, a deeper route, but he did a little curl route, comeback route, and Odell caught it. If Surtain was playing that, it's probably an interception because of the acrobat stuff, but oh, Marcus May knocks that down. Good job, Marcus. Marcus May with the knockdown, and that is 2nd down and 10. The Browns are at the line of scrimmage. Was I offside? I might have been offside there. I didn't realize I was. It's going to be a sack. Devon Hamilton gets it, but I probably was offside. Was it Chase Young? It was Chase Young. I was usering Chase Young. Let me go back and replay this. Was I offside? They called it from the snap. So I'm Chase Young. Okay. My foot is not across the line of scrimmage. What are we talking about here? The line of scrimmage is where the football is at. My foot is even behind the hands of Hamilton and J.J. Watt. So what are we discussing here? I think my foot is even on the same level as Kalen Cousins over there. Or is that Trent Favors? Whoever it is over there. I think my foot is on that exact same line. What are we? How is this an offside call? Look at the right tackle. He's like calling me out, like he's saying that I stepped offside. I don't understand how. Did I go early? No, I didn't go early. I went the same time everybody else did. How is this offside? I'm very confused by this. I'm not mad. I am mad, but I'm not like angry. I'm confused. I don't understand how they call this offside. I'm clearly not offside, but whatever. It's 2nd down and 5. Surtain's got X Factor lit up. I don't know how he has it. He let Odell Beckham Jr. get a huge pass, or a huge catch. That's going to be Nick Chubb, who just runs me over. Poor Cam Curl. Nick Chubb just bull rushed him and just absolutely took his chest. That one had to hurt. The Browns are starting to get a little bit closer, but you got to remember, you got to keep this in mind. The Browns is the Browns. So they got to make some sort of mistake. Great tackle, knocking that ball out of Odell's hands. The Browns is the Browns. They're going to make some sort of mistake no matter what they do. That's their nature. So we got to just wait for them to make the mistake, and Patrick Surtain keeps getting beat on that route because he keeps thinking that they're going to go deeper than what they do, and they cut back and get the catch. You got to play that tighter, Patrick. Oh, Chase Young went down. Why is he wide open? It's going to be a touchdown. Wow. That play action took some time to build, and we couldn't get any pressure on Baker, and he gets wide open. I don't know who that was, but he's wide open. Well, they're not down by 2 touchdowns anymore. They're down by 1. That didn't go as planned. That's certainly that offside call now that they scored, that makes me more mad because we had them on a 3rd and 21 after the sack from Devon Hamilton, and yet they get a 2nd and 5. They get the first down on the next play, and then they score the touchdown later on. But that's so annoying that we had the sack, but they called me an offside call. That unless you guys see something I didn't see, and you can tell me in the comments, I don't think I was offside. I really honestly don't. And I know I usually defend myself no matter what the call is, even if I'm wrong. But this time I'm being honest. I do not think I was offside at all there. In a real game, in real life, they don't call that offside. But maybe I'm seeing something. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm seeing something I'm seeing something wrong. Maybe you guys are seeing something I don't. This is going to have to be Terry, and it's going to have to be an inaccurate pass. Trey Lance is not having a very good day. We were starting to get Gambler in motion to activate, but it's gone now, at least for right now. I probably should have threw that to Jamar Chase and not Terry McLaurin. I think Jamar had a better angle to catch the ball. I don't like rolling to this side because Garrett's on this side, and he's very good. I have Brevin Jordan. No, it bounced off Terry's helmet. I had him open. Both of them were open, to be honest. Oh, that's annoying. It bounced off Terry McLaurin's helmet and went incomplete. I should have threw it to Terry McLaurin. What am I thinking? Why would I throw it to Brevin Jordan? Oh, thank you, JT. Wide open. Nobody thought about the underneath route. And he broke some tackles there, too. Nobody thought about the underneath route, and Jonathan Taylor gets us the first down. That's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. I'm not going to be able to get this ball off, I don't think. Nope, not. 14-7. We still have a massive amount of momentum against the Browns. So that's a positive. But we got to score here, get this back to a 2-score lead. Rollouts. Take off and run. Get out of bounds with as many yards as possible. Look at Myles Garrett chasing me down, man. I hate rolling to this right side. He's just always there. Why does he always have to be there? I don't like it. I pump faked it. No! I pressed it too many times because I was panicking, and I pump faked instead of throwing it. That one's 100% on me. I can't blame anybody but myself, and that's what sucks the most. I want to blame somebody else, but I pump faked it on accident. I didn't mean to. Oh, that's Tajay, and he held on. Thank you, Tajay. That's what I wanted to do the first time. Not that route, but similar kind of route, I guess. But that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to throw it to him in the first place, but I pump faked it. Oh, JT's got some room, but he gets big hit by Owusu Koromora. Oh, that's Raheem Mostert. Excuse me, not JT. Is Brevin open? Brevin's open, and he's got the speed to get in the end zone. That's a 2-tutty game for Mr. Brevin. Oh, look at the boy. Look at the boy with the cross in the arm saying, "You're not going to trade me. I'm too valuable. I'm too valuable." Let me go back and see this again. So I was thinking either him or Jamar Chase, but Jamar got covered easy. So I was like, it's obviously going to be Brevin. Brevin had enough speed to get away from the linebacker, and like that. Oh, there! I got to get a close-up of this. This could be thumbnail possibility right here. Look at the boy. Look at the boy, Brevin Jordan. Proving you wrong, proving everybody wrong. I deserve to be here. Look at the boy, Brevin Jordan, man. He's got the skills to pay the bills. And it is 33 seconds left. We didn't leave him much time to do anything. They do have enough time. They got 3 timeouts. They got enough time to get in field goal range. Who knows if they actually will or not. If they choose to get in field goal range. There's the kick. Cameron Johnston sends it away, and it'll go out of bounds. Back to the end zone. 21-7. 33 seconds to go in the half. And here comes Baker. How will Baker Mayfield decide to drive this team down the field with 33 seconds? He's going to do a screen, and it's going to go incomplete. 2nd down. That was a good call. I certainly didn't see screen coming, but I think Nick Chubb got caught up in a lot of traffic, and he got stuck. 2nd down play. It's going to be Nick Chubb. Good tackle, Jeff Sewell, going down to the legs. making you use a timeout. It should be 3rd down and 3, maybe? 3rd down and 5. Okay. 3rd down and 5. We have full momentum. 25 seconds. They have 2 timeouts. Chase Young trying to get in the backfield. He will get to the backfield, but not quick enough. Cam Curl going up and fighting for it. And they're going to punt this ball back? Why not just, like, throw it deep or something? Maybe get, like, an arm punt with an interception. But they're going to do a normal punt. Trayvon Diggs is back there. I'm going to fair catch this. We got a chance to get in field goal range here. We've got a chance to get into field goal range right here. It's a possibility. Or a touchdown if things get crazy. I'm going to send Brevin Jordan on a streak. Maybe nobody follows him. Somebody's going to follow him. Oh, no! Jamar was open, but he got a big hit on him. All right, 7 seconds left. What do we do here? Do we go for one more massive attempt? I think we try it. We got Peterson. He's 6'5". That's going to be 1 second remaining at the 49-yard line. Brevin Jordan having a massive game. 3 catches, 57 yards, 2 touchdowns. So we are 68 yards. I don't think Blankenship. I'm going to come out in it. I just want to see the distance. Do we have even the leg? I don't think we do. There's no way Blankenship can kick a 68-yarder. So I'm going to call a timeout. I'll call a timeout, and we'll do a different play. Blankenship. I respect Blankenship, but I don't think he's got 68 yards of leg power. That's pushing a little too much. Wait, what is this play? Whoa, that's not what I called, is it? I thought I called, oh, whatever. I'll just hot route who I want. Let's send Terry on a deep. He's one-on-one. That should work. We'll send Brevin Jordan on a deep as well. Make the safety pick. Get there, Terry. 2-on-1. He's not going to come down with it. He's not. I knew he wasn't. The moment that Grant Delpit chose to go with him instead of going with Brevin Jordan, I knew it was going to be an interception. That's okay, though. 2 interceptions in the day. Kind of sucks, but whatever. It's nothing new. Trey Lance throws plenty of interceptions in a season, so nothing crazy. 21-7. Our defense has been phenomenal. They really shouldn't have any points, but because of that stinking offside call, they were always going to score once we got called for offside. Let's see if we can get in the backfield. We can't, and once again, Patrick Surtain falls for the play. This time it worked out even better for him. Surtain didn't recover even quicker than normal, or he didn't recover as quick as he usually did, is what I wanted to say. Oh, great breakthrough, but a good block. And Royals brings down Nick Chubb by the legs. We've contained Nick Chubb for a decent amount. 4 carries, 25 yards. Chase Young broke through so quickly, but they had a nice blocker there to stop him. Or that would have been a huge tackle for loss. That's going to be another handoff to Nick Chubb. He's going to get massive hit from Marcus May. He stiff-armed Cam Curl, though. Come on, guys. That's back-to-back first downs they got there. Get there. That's another handoff to Nick Chubb. And that's going to be Royals again. 1 yard gain for Chubb. 2nd down and 9. Come on, guys. Our defense has been so good. We can't just forget how to play defense here. Get to Baker. Get to Baker. We did. Who gets it? J.J. Watt gets it. I'll take it. I was trying to get Devon Hamilton the sack that he got robbed of on the offside call. But I'll take it. That's the 3rd sack of the day. We're getting to Baker a lot more than we get to normal quarterbacks. That's going to be a deep one and picked off by Justin Reed. Give me that ball. First pick of the year, I think, for Justin. No, 3rd pick of the year. Excuse me. I'm sorry, Justin. I thought that was your first pick. He read that beautifully. Big-time interception. I thought I shouldn't have ran that. I should have audibled into a pass, but I thought they were faking it. The linebackers were so close up. I thought that they were faking and were gonna drop back into coverage, but they weren't. They were true to their word. They blitzed, or they brought pressure. Oh, Jonathan Taylor, great blocking, great footwork. And he gets the first down. He made nothing out of, or he made something out of nothing on that. I thought I was going to get stopped dead in the water, but that was some fancy footwork by JT. And we may have to just ride JT to the end of the game here. Nah, I trust Trey Lance to throw some decent passes. At least I think I trust Trey Lance to throw some decent passes. Maybe not with Myles Garrett all around us. No, Jamar, you stopped your route for a second. You stopped for a second, and that slowed you enough to not be able to catch that ball. Darn you, Jamar. 3rd and 8. I got to take off and run here. I got some space. Trey Lance, get out of bounds. That's something I don't do as often as I probably should. It seems to work pretty well. I still can't believe that first interception was caught. Oh, Jonathan Taylor squeezes up the middle of the line and gets a huge gain. He got tripped up last second. That could have been a huge touchdown. We'll try it again, but this time we'll cut outside, and they did not like that. Jadeveon Clowney was there. They did not like that one bit. Guess I shouldn't have ran it back-to-back plays. Throw that away. Thank you. I'm not letting Myles Garrett get any easy sacks. He's already got one easy sack because I pump faked it on accident. Can't let him get another one. All right, this is the play that both guys got wide open, Brevin Jordan and Terry McLaurin, but I threw it to Brevin. Oh, my God, that's a bull rush. That's a bull rush. Oh, he picked it off. You've got to be joking. Denzel Ward. Denzel Ward. The hops from the former Ohio State corner. My God. Number 3 on the day for Trey Lance. What's new? But Laramie Tunsil just got absolutely demolished by Myles Garrett. There's not much I could do on this one. I panicked from the get-go because Myles Garrett was coming after me. I had Brevin Jordan wide open too, but Denzel Ward just jumps out of his shoes. I didn't know he put on those Michael Jordans. He put on the Air Jordans like in Space Jam and just jumps out of the building here. Denzel Ward makes a fantastic catch. Look how high I put that up. That ball is up in the air, and Denzel comes up and gets it. That's insane from Denzel. Absolutely insane. No wonder he's the highest paid corner in the NFL now in real life, because he can make plays like that as Russ Telfer brings down Nick Chubb. I wonder if there'll ever come a day where Trey Lance doesn't throw multiple interceptions in a game. Some of them have been my fault. Some of them have been the game's fault. It's still stupid that he has so many interceptions. That's number 13 on the year. Number 13 on the year for Trey Lance. I mean, we're not close to 30 yet like he had last year, but I don't like that he's getting so many interceptions every season. That's picked off Marcus May. We're going back and forth, ladies and gentlemen. Both the safeties have an interception now. Number 2 on the year for Marcus May. Baker just heaving one for no reason. And Marcus May does a similar thing to what Denzel Ward just did. So I guess, hey, it all comes back around, I guess. Jonathan Taylor runs over Owusu Koromora and gets a huge gain, 2nd down and 3. As the third quarter will come to a close, Jonathan Taylor can't get the first down. 1 quarter remains here in Cleveland. What play did I pick? I picked this play, which I'm going to send Brevin Jordan on a deep route, quiet the crowd, snap the ball, roll to the right. We've got Mo Alley Cox right there open, and get the first down. Might as well take the easy stuff if it's given to me. No need to make things more difficult than they have to be. Let's snap it here. Cut it outside. Give it to Taylor. Let him carry the ball for a big-time gain. This has probably been his easiest 100-yard game all season. We've had much easier lanes to run through. Not that one, obviously, but most of the time we've had easier run lanes. Where do we go with this? Do we follow Chase to the corner? No, we just dumped this off. Right to Tajay. He broke that first tackle. The initial tackle was broken. Johnson III was able to bring him down. We're doing pretty darn good. We got full momentum. We've got the ball in the red zone. And we've got one of the best running backs in the league, Jonathan Taylor. What a matchup. I didn't even realize it. What a matchup. Two of the best running backs in the league right now, Taylor and Nick Chubb. And Jonathan Taylor is proving to be the better of the two right now. First down and goal from the 1. Snap it, hand it off, broken tackle, and he's into the end zone for touchdown number 2. Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan Taylor touchdown. He fought for that one. He fought for that one. And there goes the extra point. It is a 3-touchdown lead in the fourth quarter. Baker Mayfield has completely broken down in this game. We have figured out the weakness of Baker Mayfield, and that is accuracy. That is accuracy. Plus, we're getting a lot of sacks that we don't usually get. Big hit. Oh, missed the big hit. Missed another big hit. Oweh brings him down finally. I don't know who that guy is, but he broke a couple tackles. Let's get some more pressure. I want to see some more sacks. I want to get the sack in my face. That's a quick throw. That's a catch. That's a big hit by Marcus May, but no fumble. 2 picks for Baker. We're so close to getting Chase Young fearmonger. I think he needs one more sack or maybe a tackle for loss or something. He needs something. And that's going to be, what a throw. What a route to Jarvis Landry. What a route by Jarvis Landry. I don't think anybody followed him out there. He was always going to be wide open. And I was just looking down at the ticker. I think there are no more winless teams in the NFL unless somebody has a bye week this week. The Dolphins have won a game. The Ravens have won a game. There was another team I can't remember right now. But I don't think there's any more winless teams in the NFL this year. That's going to be a big throw and another incomplete pass. Baker's struggling with those deep balls. Those over 20-yard throws he cannot hit right now. Second down and 10. 3 minutes to go in the game. Trying to use her Micah Parsons here. And what a catch. That was just a slow burn. Cam Curl, if he was a little bit faster, he could have got a hand in there. Odell with the catch. I'd like to see Odell in a Cougars jersey before he retires. Maybe he's up for a contract this year. Who knows? Oh, big catch by Nick Chubb. He even broke that hit stick. Nick Chubb's a beast. Second down and 5. 2:50 to go. Mayfield is driving down the field here. I don't know who the right tackle is, but he's playing pretty well against Trent Favors. I maybe should have tried to intercept that. I didn't think about that. Maybe that could have been a good thing. There's a sack. That's Trent Favors. Is that number 4 for the team this game? We don't usually get that many. It is. We don't usually get that many sacks. 4 sacks in a game? We must have took our G Fuel today. That's a deep ball. That's out of bounds, I would think. No, it's a catch. We pushed him back in bounds. Patrick Surtain. What a catch from Odell, by the way. That's a catch from Odell, but we pushed him back in bounds with the tackle. Oh, Surtain. I know you're one of the best corners in the league, but that was a mistake. And I guessed right on the onside kick. Here we go. There it is. Chase picks it up. Just go down. Just go down, Chase. No need to get a big hit on you for no reason. We get the ball. It's a 2-touchdown lead with 2:10 to go. Everybody's got timeouts. Jonathan Taylor. They're going to use their timeouts after the 2-minute warning, I would guess, even though it's a 2-touchdown lead. I would guess they're going to start using their timeouts. This game was a little bit more straightforward than last year against the Browns, where I think we took in. Did we get? I don't think we went into overtime. I can't remember exactly, but I know that we went down to the wire with the Browns and won. I think we won on a last-second play in regulation. I know we went into still the craziest game to date. The craziest game that I've ever played is that Tennessee Titans overtime game last year in season number 2. That is still the craziest game that I've ever played. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go back and watch it. It was in last season's list of games. I can't remember exactly what episode it was, but go back and watch that game. That game is absolutely wild. I think even in that game, my PS4 froze or I lost the initial part of the game and had to quit and go back in. That's why I think the jerseys were changed when I came back in the next time. But it was just a absolute madness of a game. No more timeouts, though, for the Cleveland Browns. Minute 26 to go. I'm going to dump this to Jamar Chase. He's going to get the first down. Get a couple extra yards, too. And your Chicago Cougars are going to stay undefeated. Number 1 team in the entire NFL are the Chicago Cougars. We are undefeated still. What a better season this year than last year. Trey Lance has developed a little bit better than he was last year. Obviously, the addition of Jonathan Taylor. Terry McLaurin's still a monster. Jamar Chase has become even better. Oh, you got to hold that block a little bit longer, Vera Tucker. If you want me to re-sign you, you got to hold that block a little bit longer. All right, well, we won't snap another ball. We will let this clock go down, and we will win 28-14 over the Cleveland Browns. A massive victory for the Chicago Cougars. No, I'm not going to kick the field goal. Not going to kick the field goal. 28-14 is the final score. Big time W's for the Chicago Cougars. Stay undefeated. If we didn't have 3 interceptions, this would have been a perfect game. Trey Lance, 11 of 22, 179 yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 picks. It really should be 2 picks, but that stinking underhand throw early in the game does count as an interception. Jonathan Taylor, massive day, probably the best day as a Cougar. 24 carries, 140 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Brevin Jordan had one of his best games. 3 catches, 57 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He had a massive couple touchdowns there. What a day for him. Patrick Surtain had 4 tackles. Chase Young had 4 tackles. A sack and a half. So who'd they give the other? They gave it to Kalen Cousins. Okay. They gave it to Kalen Cousins. J.J. Watt also got a sack. Chase Young has a sack and a half, and Trent Favors has a sack and a half. 2 picks, Justin Reed and Marcus May. We did pretty good. We did pretty good today. 28-14 is the final score. Your Cougars still undefeated. All right, that's going to do it for this episode. Next week, or not next week, next episode, I should say, we will take on the Dallas Cowboys, who have a 73 defense. Oh, we could have some fun with these boys. This is a rematch of a Super Bowl previously. I don't know which Super Bowl. Maybe last year's Super Bowl, actually. I can't remember, to be honest with you. But it's a rematch, and they're not doing very well. They're having if it is last year's, they're having a Super Bowl hangover. We are riding high right now. We're leading the division very, very convincingly. And next episode, we'll play the Dallas Cowboys. I hope you guys did enjoy. And in the wise words of a legendary man, undefeated, never lost. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.